So, good evening students. So tonight we will discuss about the circulatory system, the role of the heart, blood, and the blood vessel. So today you will learn about the name and describe the main parts of the human's circulatory system. And we will describe the role of the heart, blood, and the blood vessel. In the next slide, the human circulatory system has a function and the main parts. So what is the function? To transport the blood, oxygen, and nutrients to the blood. So there are three main parts. So the three main parts is the heart, the blood, and the blood vessel. So let's discuss what is the heart. So in the picture, can you see in my side this is the heart. So the heart, it works as a pump to move the blood around the body. It has a 4 chambers. So if you can see in the picture, there are 4 chambers. So the 2 areas is the upper chamber and the lower is the vertical chamber. So there are 4. So this is the upper and the lower. So let's examine how blood flows through the heart. So in our picture, from the upper body, it is our heart. So the right atrium takes in the blood carrying carbon dioxide. So the right atrium is the one who carries the carbon dioxide. So the next is blood is squeezed down into the right vertical and take to the lungs, where oxygen replace carbon dioxide. So ang blood, if it's squeezed down to our right vertical, so it will be take to our lungs. So after the lungs, the oxygen will replace into a carbon dioxide. The next is oxygen carrying blood from the lungs enters to the left atrium. So if you can see in our object, so the oxygen will be carried into our lungs. So it will be enter into our left atrium. So the next is the blood is pumped into the left vertical and starts the journey again throughout the body. So from the right side of our chamber to the left, then until it carry our oxygen to a carbon dioxide in our lungs. The next we will discuss is about blood. It is a special fluid primarily contained with a blood vessel. It has 4 components: red blood cell, white blood cells, and platelets and plasma. So if ang heart has 4 chambers, so the blood also has 4 main components, which is the red blood, the white blood cells, the platelets, and the plasma. So let's discuss about blood. So we discussed that blood has 4 main components. So what are those the 4 components? So the first is the red blood cells. So red blood cells carry oxygen, nitrogen, and waters. So the white blood cell also fight disease and protect the body from infection. So ang red blood cells is carry the oxygen, nitrogen, and the waters. And the white blood cells is to fight the disease and protect the body from infection. So we discussed the 2 main components of blood. So let's discuss the other 2 of 4 main components. So the third is the platelets. So platelets gathers the site of the injury and helps the clotting process. And the next is the 4th one, will be the last of the 4 components of blood, is plasma. So plasma color the liquid where the other components floats in. So if we will go in the hospital, so our family, or if we will do a blood test, when someone has a blood test, a small amount of the blood is taken and keep in a tube for testing. So if you can see in the diagram, there's a tube. When someone will have blood testing, that tube will be the one who will use to put our blood. So To closely examine it, blood undergoes compounds separation. One common method involves spinning it and very high speed in centrifuge. So, if you will see in the hospital, after the nurse will take our blood, there's a machine where the blood tube will put in there. So next is the blood is divided into 4 components with the heaviest parts of the bottom. If you will see, so in the tube, the blood will be grouped into 4 components. So from a heaviest part at the heaviest part will be at the bottom. So the next topic is the blood vessel. So if you can see, there's a diagram of a body. So if you go find, there's a lines is that's what we call the blood vessel. So these are tubes or channels that carry blood throughout our body. There are 3 tubes of blood: vessels, veins, arteries, and capillaries. Each one of them is a different and in size and structure. So there are 3. So that 3 has a different size and different structure. So we will discuss it later. The three types of blood vessels we will discuss first is the artery. So if you see, the artery has the thickest wall of the 3, allowing it to withstand the high pressure created by the heart. So the first main or the 3 types of blood vessel is artery. So next is capillary. It has a thinnest wall to allow the substance such as oxygen and sugar to pass through the wall into or out of the body. So the next type of blood vessel is the vein. So it is less muscular and stretchy than an artery, so blood moves through it with a flow pressure. It also has a special valve and that helps blood go only on the vein. So the 3 components of blood vessel has a unique role in the circulatory system. So the artery carries the blood away from the heart, and the capillary assists in the exchange of substance between the blood and the tissue cells. So vein carry the blood back toward the heart. So let's do a recap. The circulatory system delivers oxygen and nutrients to our body while also removing waste. So, our 3 topics, we'll do a recap. So, first is heart. So, the heart has a muscular organ that has 4 chambers and pumps blood around the body. And the second topic is blood. It has 4 components: plasma and blood cells, white cells, blood, and platelets. So the blood carries oxygen, nutrients, and waste. So the next topic is the blood vessel. It has 3 types of blood vessel, which is arteries, veins, and capillaries. So blood vessels serve as channel for the blood. All for today, the discussion of our circulatory system, the heart, the blood, and the blood vessel. Thank you and good night.